Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to tonight's stream. We are currently in Oslo and we are flying in the Toliss A320NEO to
Welcome aboard
Helsinki.
the Captain Black Box Duo Channel Experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class
TV,
cabin,
a new
where
member.
complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Octas TV, thank you very much for your subscription. Welcome to the channel. Give you a big round of applause. Thank you much for... No, the time was brilliant, Octas. All good. All good. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much for your support.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch
Hope you're doing
Channel
well.
Subscriber Experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
And Captain Danny, hello. That's 32 months. Thank you very much, Captain Danny. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for your support. Andre, hello to you as well. On YouTube, let me say a big welcome to Glenn, to Omar. How are you doing? Glenn is about 15 kilometers from Rotterdam. Nice. So, Mark, hello. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope the hope the renovation is going well. Hi Fly, hello to you. Dr. Fred, hello. Goat friend, hello to you as well. Moin, Voyager, wie geht's? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing very well. I mean, you know, I'm on holiday, although, I mean, I still have to do lots of stuff, but all in all, enjoying my holidays. And Kumali-san, how are you? Nice to see you, Kun. Right, then let's get going. So here we are. And today in the Finnair 320NEO, and yeah, with the Pratt & Whitneys. So last time we had the LEAP engines, this time Pratt & Whitney. And as promised, we are giving away another 2 copies today. 3 copies. Also, guys, if you already own the 320NEO, then you can actually get a different product from them. So the Toliss team has been so kind to not only gift 2 free copies, either of the NEO 320, or if you already own the NEO, you can actually choose a different Airbus version. So 319, 320, no, it's just 319, 321, yeah, they have as well, and 340. The giveaway will take place in cruise flight. And so that means we'll quickly hop in and get the bird fired up. Also, before I get going as well, what I want to talk about today is pilot incapacitation. I thought that's actually going to be a nice little topic since there was a little incident which I picked up on Aviation Herald. Yeah, Voyager, I've got lots of holidays. April, I also have holidays in April, although we're going to start renovation works on April, so I'm not really having holidays, but I'll be at home at least. Andreas, moin. Do we have hydraulic failures today? We're going to try some. I've put in some random failures, so I have selected random failures. Let's see if something random triggers. Otherwise... Yeah, I think you're referring to the failure we had in the Phoenix, right? Because we did try hydraulic failure in the Phoenix. Yeah, we can try something. We can try something in this regard to see how the Phoenix, the Toliss actually works. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I like that. Okay, I'm the Right, cool. So let's see. Yeah, incapacitation, big topic. Maybe some of you are interested to hear what we are trained to do in such cases, or how do we mitigate the risk of incapacitation, or what do we do to help us detect incapacitation? Because there's obviously the very direct incapacitation, so be it unconsciousness, death, or Jesus Christ, that just scared me. I just literally thought someone was looking into the window there. My brain was trying to comprehend what it was just, picking up. And it's like, What is that? Anyways, yeah, so yeah, detection of incapacitation, what we can do to mitigate those things. Yeah. Screamer, right? Oh dear, right. Anyways, gonna put the batteries on. Let's check gear down. Gear lever is also down. Correct. Start levers cut off. Flaps, slats, all good. And the wipers are off. Let's get the... Aircraft is very quiet, isn't it? Hang on. Sound. Is it me, or why is that so quiet? Hang on. That's a bit better, isn't it? External, let's dial the external down so that we don't get shocked when we go into the external view. That is weird. Didn't I already enter that? Sorry guys, I need to re-enter the logon code for some reason. Because we do have services in Stockholm, and we may as well log ourselves on later on. Jesus Christ, we got tractors with you know the tractors are now right now distributing manure onto the fields, and those tractors with the well, you know, those machineries to distribute that manure, they are so huge, and they drive by my house and the whole house shakes. Not kidding. It's crazy. Jeremiah, hello to you. Hopefully see you later on for the group flight. Oh, that reminds me. Today we are doing the following. We are going to start out on the flight from Oslo to Helsinki. It's about 1 hour 10 flight time, and then we'll go and fly the PMG 737. We'll do another leg on the one engine out tour in Colombia, and we're going to fly today from Maracaibo to Pereira, Sierra Kilo Papa Echo. Looking forward to that. Hey Alpha, how are you? Cool. So we got the aircraft running. Let's turn the oxygen off, ground equipment or ground control on for the voice recorder. That is all good. Strobe lights auto, nav light auto, seatbelt sides on, immersion lights armed. That looks, well, we've got 160 passengers, so we'll go normal flow today. Fuel pumps are off, that looks good. Let's do a fire test. That is as it should be. And then we've got the center panel, radars off. That is good. TCAS currently off as well, or standby. That looks fantastic. So let's get the aircraft running. We have a good database. Hey TV, how you doing? Nice to see you. So let's go ATSU AOC menu, flight init. Good, so we call Finnair 84 Alpha, flying Oslo, Helsinki. The alternate is Tallinn. Immediately going to go with the wind request.
Hello, Black
Hey,
Box.
Lee, nice to see you. Wie geht's dir? Ai Gude. Done any aircraft spotting lately? Cruise wind is in. Descent winds are in. Fantastic. Oh, TV. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, you know, it will help. I guess it will help some people that may need those thicker scroll bars, but for the rest, I mean, I don't quite see the reason to implement that. But hey, you know, I'm doing well, Lee. Dankeschön. Thanks for asking. Doing very well. Oh, and I want to try something today, guys. So we have the updated Navigraph, meaning, no, not this. Hang on. No, there we go. So meaning, we should have the draw function. Cool. Interesting. Nice. Okay, we'll try that later. Do we have ATIS here? Oh, we have approach available now. How cool is that? So I guess we'll get ATIS in a second or two. We have let's see. Yeah, Oslo approach. So we'll see if we get ATIS in a minute. Cool. So, going to go ahead and look at our EFB. Go to the flight plan. And like I mentioned, weighing about 61 tons, 61.3 tons. And we have our routing, flight time at hour 7. Tallinn is the alternate, requiring about 800 kilograms of alternate fuel. And so we have a little bit extra. The reason being the weather in Helsinki is somewhat marginal. Hey, Lee, you got your driver's license. Hey, Lee. That is a fantastic... Oh. Oops. Don't worry about that. That was a great feeling, isn't it? Yeah. My phone just dropped down. So congratulations, alles Gute. Is the Toliss more realistic compared to the Phoenix? In what way, Airbus broker? In what regards? In what regards? So we have Helsinki. Yeah, we got 210 at 6, 4 kilometers. Rain, drizzle. Mist, broken 200, broken 300. And we had fog. Well, actually, we can have temporary fog until tomorrow. So we may have some bad visibility later on. We'll have a look. So rather marginal weather, and the weather at the alternate is not brilliant either, but although it could have fog as well, drizzle fog. So we're going to have to watch out. Monitor the trend. Ferrari on order. Not yet. Hey guys, sorry, just give me a second. I need to fetch my phone again. Hang on. So we're back. Cool. Where were we? Okay, so Tallinn alternate. Yeah, I'm going to monitor the trend, but we do have a bit of extra fuel available for that case. So we have extra for weather, 800 kilograms, about 23 minutes. Almost, Mark, almost. It was very close to falling into the electronic compartment. I mean, that would have been a meme, wouldn't it? The 9 July Alpha side. Hello, greetings. Thank you much. That's kind. Greetings to Nigeria. I hope you're doing well. Yo, Czech level crossing. Hello. Yo, mathematics. Hello to you. Epic Wings. Hello. Okay, so Airbus broker, you asked what's more realistic, system and flying model. Okay, so system-wise, I think the Phoenix still has a little bit more to offer. Visual-wise, textures, of course, there's no discussion about that. The Phoenix has better visuals, better textures. Hand flying-wise, I do prefer the Toliss. That's kind of the quick answer on that. Cool. So let's go ahead. Diffrips. So we got the data part in it. Page A, B side, all good. Zero fuel weight. That reminds me. Let me just quickly get the loading done. So we want to achieve 61.3. Apply that, and the fuel is supposed to be. Hang on, where's the fuel? There it is. Fuel is supposed to be 5.2. Yeah. So that is all set. Fantastic. Epic Wings, you asked last time, you said the flight behavior of the Toliss needs a bit rework. Is that something that you communicated to Toliss? Yeah, well, I have communicated that to them over Discord. The thing is this, so let me just because people probably do not believe me, but I have a contact with them over Discord, so private chat to one of the devs, and let's see. So now the XP12 seems to be improving nicely. I want to give some feedback regarding the flare of the Toliss. There seems to be an issue during flare where it feels like the flare program, in brackets, elevator pitch down over 8 seconds, in combination with XP12 thrust pitch coupling, which shouldn't happen in the A320, requires a drastic up input by the pilot. This is causing hard landings unless a huge and fast pull on the stick is performed. So I did give them the feedback over Discord, and they replied about 4 weeks later, saying that they don't often check the Discord private messages, which I found a bit strange, but that's what it told me. And I assumed they got the message.
Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
And then last stream, somebody told me that they put something on the official Twitch forums. Sorry, Twitch, the Toliss forums.
Hello.
Hello. The Dave Luger, nice. Thank you so much. But first of all, Captain Danny. Oh yeah, did I call you out, Captain? Yeah, I did call you out, Captain Danny, didn't I? 32 months. Thank you so much, Captain Danny, as well for your support. And the Drehflügler with 18 months, the Drehflügler. I love that name. Fantastic stuff. Thank you so much. Hello. Yeah, so one of my members in the community said they wrote the same kind of thing because they had the same impression about the pitch down moment during the flare when he reduced the thrust, and they said they never heard from me. So I guess I'll have to write to them again just to make sure that. But the question is, has anybody else noticed this? Or is it just me? I don't know. So there we go. GPS primary is active. So diffrips, data, init A, init B, flight plan. Now we are having ATIS departure. So we got Gardermoen. Actually, let me do this a little bit different. Atsu, AOC menu, departure ATIS. So, information, 1 left in use, 555, meaning wet, caution, slippery taxiways and taxiways. Runway condition, 19 right, taxiway start contact. Good, okay, so we are expecting 19 left. So that's fine, so departure is going to be 19 left. I did plan, no, I planned 19 right, of course. So we're going to go with the 5 Charlie, Mazda 5 Charlie departure. Insert. Eagle Airways, hello to you, nice to see you. The 9JA side, how do I become a pilot from Africa? Do you know any sponsorship? I'm afraid I have no contacts whatsoever to anyone that is flying in Africa, I'm afraid. I think the best thing to do is go to some, you know, some very active aviation chat Discord server somewhere, or forum, and then ask there. I'm sure someone, you know, on these forums that are more active, you should get a better answer for that. So I'm just going to check the weather. So Helsinki has full control today, and they currently have ILS approach arrival 2 to right. So that means I can already put that runway in. And what did we plan with 15? Okay, so 2 to right. Means a lot. Hang on, 2 to right? 2 to right, 2 to right, 2 to right, 2 to... that's a long taxiing, isn't it? I can't remember ever having to taxi via Sierra across and then... Okay, well, I mean, it's a first for everything, isn't it? So... who knows? Maybe we'll get that. So ILS 2 to right, and then we're gonna have the Lakut 7 Mike arrival. Well, I guess it's going to be the 5 Victor coming from there. Thank you much, Mark. So Epic Wings, you also notice that pitch down. Fantastic. Yeah, look, who knows? Well, yeah, we may have low-vis procedures in force. You never know. That could be the case. So Lakud, just going to go and have a look at the 5 Victor. Yeah, because the other one was for the runway... for the 15, so let me go ahead. Helsinki start. Lakud. There it is. So that's the arrival, Lakud. And then we go transitional radar vectors, most likely radar vectors. Cool. And then the ILS approach. 2 to right. Yeah, via Perho. However you would pronounce that. Perho it is. Cool. Insert. So let's just check the routing quickly. Cool. So that means we're going to put the following in here. We're going to go data. Pilot routings. So pilot routes. And there we can check the routing a lot easier. Which simulator do you prefer, XP11 or XP12? Well, so Austrian Rail right now, I would still recommend XP11. The reason being is that XP11 is not in a kind of a beta stage. XP11 is a finished product, so it's a lot more reliable. And I honestly, at the moment, don't really see that many big improvements in XP12. There's rather just still too many issues in XP12. And I would wait until that 12.1 update hits. And then we'll check it out and see if that's finally a version that that feels more like a final
the
version.
Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers
Luke,
please
hello to you.
make
Good
your
evening.
way to the first class cabin, where
Which Airbus is
complimentary
better,
drinks,
Toliss or
snacks and
Phoenix?
premium flight
Again, guys,
entertainment will be
in what
served.
regard?
Thank you.
TW, in what regard better? I enjoy both versions at the moment. I enjoy Phoenix more overall. If I take everything into account, visuals, sound, textures, the sim, Microsoft sim in the sense of visuals, then I would say I prefer Phoenix right now. If you only say for hand flying, well, only hand flying. If you only ask me regarding hand flying, then I would say the Toliss. Yeah, Epic Wings. Maybe I should put a command in here so that we get the answer there. But I mean, I appreciate. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the questions. Always do. Wow. What? And that. Oh, delete. New route. I was just wondering. That does not make any sense. So let's just put Oslo to Helsinki. I was lost there. So there we go. So store active plan. Now we can check the routing a lot easier. So we're going to route 2, Oslo Helsinki. There we go. So we've got Mazef, direct Ivut. Then we've got Yankee 363 to Lakut. Oh, that's interesting. How come that waypoint? Let me just check something here. So that takes us to Mazif. Then we go direct to... Wow, that's a long direct. To Ipfut. Then it is on the Yankee 363. That's fine. So that is on that way airway. Pickhooks, then Lakut. Yeah, okay, that's all fine. Cool. Pot, hello to you. How are you doing? Cool. Alrighty. So, diff rips. Ratnaf. It is a Arnav departure. So there's no real need for any VORs. But I think we could take Gardaman. Check Golf Romeo Mike. It's just starting to rain now, I can see. So we have to take that into account as well. Do you have any routes in mind when the 777 releases? Well, I mean, there's passenger routes and there's, of course, also cargo routings. But, I mean, since it's a 737-300 ER coming out first, isn't it? So I am planning to do a long-range celebration stream, if you like. So we'll do one long-range flight with the 777. So that is our departure routing. 19 left. So we're going to go 192 degrees track. Then we've got Gardaman 604, 444, V-Book 508, 422, and Mazef. Initial climb 7,000. So I'm going to dial 7,000 in here. We'll test I will test the 320. Oh, you will test it. Okay, interesting to hear your opinion, Octas. Yeah. Yeah, I fully understand. So people saying, X-Plane 12, or X-Plane in general, the visuals just aren't, on par really with Microsoft, and it's something that bugs me. I understand that. I don't know. I look through these things because when it comes to each of the different flight simulators, I concentrate on the plus sides of that simulator. Will you also simulate emergencies? Well, yeah, if they're, you know, if people are interested in those things, yeah, why not? Absolutely. I will also show emergencies, yeah. 100%. Good. So diff rips ratnav, we set performance. So let's do that this way. I think this way you can see more clearly what we're going to do. I'm going to plan for an intersection departure. So if we go and have a look at the possible intersections, we can see that we'll be taxiing, very likely, we'll be taxiing somewhere up here, Papa or Victor. So I am expecting pushback, and then I think it's going to be, we'll see. So it's going to be maybe Papa, maybe Victor, I don't know. And then if we get Papa, then Bravo 7 would be a good thing. So we'll have a look at the Bravo 7 remaining distance. For that, we need to go to airport info. There it is. And runway 1, no, that's Helsinki. Didn't we just, I just saw, oh, that was a ground chart from the, yeah, that's so weird. How come it switches that? Okay, anyway, so here's the airport info from Oslo. 19 left. From Bravo, Bravo 7. There we go. So from Bravo 7,
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel
the
subscriber
remaining
experience.
distance is
Could new subscribers please
2,410.
make your way to the first class
So that's
cabin,
full length,
where
2,950
complimentary
minus
drinks, snacks
2,410.
and premium
So
flight entertainment
540
will be
meters
served.
shift.
Thank you.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I
please.
see EFHK.
Hey, thank you so much, Nick. How are you doing? How was the weekend? How was the sim weekend? Very interested to hear your view. So we've got 540 meter shift. Wind is from the front, 2 degrees. So we're going to have runway condition wet. We need engine anti-ice. And actually, that's kind of a condition where you may even have wing anti-ice. So wing anti-ice not on the ground, but it'll activate. We can activate that during the climb out. So we'll have both of those in the performance calculation. 66.5 tons. Looking good. CG29. We'll do a flex config auto air conditioning off compute. So if we take the lower V1, then we only have 161 stop margin. Sorry, we have more. So if we take the lower V1, we have 587 meter stop margin. If we take the upper V1, so 140 knots, meaning we have more time to reject takeoff. However, then we have less stopping margin at the end. And normally I would know, hey Lilo, how are you doing? Sorry for the late call out. Tom, yeah, once again, thank you so much, Tom, for the 39. And Nick, thank you very much for the 81. That's good God, 81. Nick, thank you very much for that. Mr. President, good evening. What a name. So, let's see. We'll take the lower V1 because I do want to have a bit more stop margin. Normally 300 meters is a good value. So we'll take the flaps 1 plus F, trim up 0.4. Flex temperature is 73. And the shift, we are planning with 540 meter shifts. I'm going to put 540 in there. And the speeds 128. So Nick says it was great to see people face to face again. Like, yeah, I know, I do. I greatly miss Cosford. I really do. So maybe next year. I mean, if Cosford doesn't take place anymore, then maybe next year I have to plan to come to Leistat as well. So 7,000 transition, and let's have a look at the engine out procedure. So we have NDDP 2, 1690, 1690. So that's thrust reduction and acceleration. Engine out is 2,200. And the procedure is straight out 25 miles. So let's go 19 left. I think it was 192 now, hasn't it? It has shifted a bit, and we want 25 miles. Radius 25. Cool. Man, my voice today. I don't know what's happening. Atsu AOC menu, received messages, ATIS. Gonna print that. So we have Kinich 1011. There it is. 1011. 600 something feet. That looks good. Uncle Steve, hello. So hard to see Coston happening again. Yeah, I know, because of Brexit, right? Okay, so 2025 FS weekend will happen. Okay, nice. So Leystad is also a very nice venue. Okay, Nick, fantastic. That's good to hear. It's always great to hear from someone that has actually been there. Fantastic. Yeah, final light. That's the thing. That's the way I see it as well. So for me, you know, the thing is this. So if the textures, or if the lighting, the textures, the colors improve a little bit more in XP12, I think it'll get to a point where you will look over certain things, and then looking at the other advantages of X-plane regarding the correct flight feel with inertia, with turbulence, etc. Then definitely will be a nice alternative. Do you recommend a 320NEO? I mean, do I recommend it? So if you only have, if you already have the 319, 321NEO, so unless you're looking for having another couple of versions available, it's a tough one. I mean, it's tough to recommend something that costs money. So I think I think the 319 and 321 are already very good add-ons. Did that just come on? Is that like a TV screen or something? That's weird. It is. Lol. So this is Oslo from Thai Models. Not Aerosoft. This is Thai Models Oslo. I'm intrigued. Hang on. Let me just try something here. I guess it's still somewhat basic, If you compare that with Microsoft, then yeah, I mean it is more basic. But I mean, at least it's nice to see that they try, to have a little bit of internals modeled. So let's have a look. So we've done that. Right now, performance all set, and anything else? Good, let's try to get a clearance. So we got tower online. Brilliant stuff. So we have tower. Let's see if we got PDC. PDC. Doesn't look like it. So 18.3.
Scandinavian 4631, stand 69er, request push and start.
Scandinavian 4631, push and start approved, QNH 1010.
Push and start approved, QNH 1010, Scandinavian 4631.
As always, guys, if ATC is too loud, too quiet, let me know, please.
Clear to land.
Clear to land 1 on the right, Nordic 645.
Officer 943, welcome to Adam 1, taxi Victor.
Nick also wrote you got back and had to dig your car out. Really, so much snow still. Blimey, it's so warm. It's really mild weather here. And Nick also managed to fly an A320. Yeah, we flew on an A320 to Switzerland. Fantastic. It was also at Air Baltic coming back from Switzerland to... Oh, that reminds me. Hang on, before we go, guys. So, you remember the story I told you on our flight? It was A320 from Swiss Airlines from Bremen to Zurich, where one of the ramp workers, he was wearing a little woolen hat, and the hat got sucked into the electronic compartment ventilation system. So he had to fetch it out, and well, he luckily managed to get the hat out again. But that was such a weird thing again. But the A320, I like it a lot. It's from a passenger point of view, it's a gorgeous aircraft. I fully agree. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting Toto's A220. Anyone know if the noise departure charts are still up to date? Well, I try. So whenever people tell me that they've seen something different, then I try to update them. But again, I mean, these are for flight simulator use only. They are not for real world flying. So be aware of that. Good. Let's get the clearance.
Nordic 950 requesting able Bromsen.
Nordic 950, taxi Delta and Papa, holding point Bravo 7, runway 19 left.
Taxi Delta Papa Bravo 7, 19 left, then Nordic 950.
Gorman Tower, good evening from Finnair 84 Alpha. Information Echo requesting clearance please to Helsinki.
First, Nordic 645, taxi Mike and Papa, hold short of Delta.
Taxi Mike and Papa, hold short Delta, Nordic 645.
Scandinavian 4830, wind 190 degrees, 16 knots, runway 19 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 1 on right, Scandinavian 4830.
Finnair 84 Alpha, Government Tower, good evening, cleared Helsinki, Massive 5 Charlie departure, runway 19 left, climb 7,000 feet, squawk 5557.
Finnair 84 Alpha is cleared to Helsinki, 19 left departure, Masa 5 Charlie. First cleared altitude 7,000 and squawk 5557.
Finnair 84 Alpha, read back correct.
So.
Scandinavian 4631, request taxi.
My voice today is so dry.
Scandinavian 4631, taxi Romeo, hold short of Papa.
Romeo, hold short Papa, Scandinavian 4631.
Hey MAN, how are you doing? Any chance to fly along? So the departure route as expected, 7,000 is also as expected. Latest information Golf now. Still wet runway. We have the rest of the ATIS here. 190 at 13, headwind, 10 kilometers, light rain, 800 feet, broken, temperature 2, QNH 1011. And Bob, hello to you. Nice to see you. Good, quick briefing. So departure route, as we've briefed already, up 7,000. And fuel 5160 kilograms, balanced, extra fuel 800 kilograms. The MSA is 3,900 feet. Special threats weather. Oh, Jesus Christ. That still catches me out. Blimey. Lilo Pilot's thoughts on the Synaptic INI A320. Well, I have not really checked it out yet, so once it's there, I'll try it. And Sandros, hello to you. How are you doing? Hope you're going to enjoy the flight today, Sandros. Yeah, one I left will plan with intersection intersection Bravo 7. Performance is as we see here, including air conditioning packs off. And we'll select engine anti-ice on after engine start, and wing anti-ice will select after takeoff. Cool. That means we're going to read a checklist. I'm just going to fetch it. Live cockpits, good evening.
Passing left to right in front. Taxi Romeo, Victor and Sierra to holding point runway 19 left.
After Norwegian Boeing 737, line left to right, Romeo, Victor, Sierra, holding point 19 left, Scandinavian 4631.
So, cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins covers are removed. Fuel quantity is 5,160 kilograms balanced. Going to put the APU bleed on, external power off. Seatbelts are on. ADIRS enough. And bar ref 1011 set 3 times. Checked. Cockpit preparation checklist completed. Before start items. Going to get ramp agent to remove the chocks and external power. We're going to have better pushback, already plan the, although we can't really know what's happening. And we are currently on stand. It's 22. Finnair 84 Alpha stand 22, request push and start.
Finnair 84 Alpha, push and start approved, QNH 1010.
QNH 1010 and push, start approved. Finnair 85, I think. Right, it's just a straight pushback. I remember now. These in Norway, literally all airports just have straight pushback, and then you taxi out yourself. I remember now. So we literally just do this, just push back far enough so we clear the stand.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Good. Beacon is on, transponder is on, and then we'll read the before start checklist. Parking brake. Set. Takeoff speed thrust. We have 128, 146, 148, and flex 73. Windows, doors closed. And the beacon is on. That's the before start checklist completed.
Push and start approved, QNH 1010.
Push and start approved, QNH 1010.
Melting lava. So which items are incorrect?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
I'll make a screenshot of your findings and then I'll try to correct those. Sanders, this one is from Thai Models. Brake set, you may lift up. BMW, hey, how you doing?
Scanner 4631, line up and wait, runway 19 left.
Line up and wait.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes released. Oh, and
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
thank you. So we're going to have engine start. We're going to check how much cooling, because the Neo engine or Pratt & Whitney, they give you usually a cooling time. But that looks all right. Starting engine 2.
16 knots, runway 19
And let's have a look how it sounds.
Scanner 4631, wind 190 degrees, 16 knots, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 19 left.
I think they are the leaps sounded really nice during startup.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
I think here they sound more when you
Disconnecting tow.
add some
Standby.
thrust. Available. Let's start engine 1.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you much. Have a nice day. So the trim was up 0.4. And the flight control check up, down, neutral, left, right, neutral, rudder, left, right, neutral. Ground equipment is clear after start checklist, anti-ice. Engine anti-ice is on, APU should be off. And ECM status, checked, pitch trim, up 0.4. Roger, neutral, after start checklist complete. So let's try a new feature, shall we? I mean, we might as well try it. They have implemented that drawing feature now, so... Finnair 84 Alpha, request taxi.
Finnair 84 Alpha, taxi Delta at Victor, correction, taxi Delta, Victor at Sierra, to holding point, runway 19 left.
Via Delta, Victor Sierra, holding point 1 and left. Finnair 84 Alpha.
Finnair 893, request push and stop.
So we'll try it. Clear left side, clear right side. Once we get closer to the runway,
Start approved, QH 1010.
Squawk 3412 and...
so once we get closer to the runway, we'll check the traffic situation, and then we may ask for so that's how you would get out of the parking spot here. And I've always wondered, especially in winter time, when it's very slippery, so snow covered, regarding, you know, jet blast. So you got to be careful.
Nordic 031, Roger, taxi Victor and Tango holding point Bravo 7.
Victor Tango holding at Bravo 7. 02. Tango, Navian 467, on our right.
Right, check.
Candidate 4676, go about tower clearing number 2, continue approach.
So Delta is the right taxiway.
Continue approach 4676.
Jeremiah, you asked, sometimes Toliss 321 shows an ECAM too cold engine oil. Yeah, it does take a little while to heat up. So if you go to the engine page, I think you need about 52, 53 degrees Celsius. So right now, you can see they're still amber. So you're going to wait until they turn green, and then you should be okay. Gift sec, hello to you. Data love, hello. I'm doing well, how are you doing? So, second to the right is going to be Victor. Okay, so melting lava. I made a screenshot from your findings. I will try to correct those values, okay? Do we tax color in? No, we don't. So in real life, so Victor is the second to the right. So in real life, we just write down in a scratch pad. Quite often we would write down the clearance down here. Nice reflections. Love that.
Runway 19 right, clear to land.
1 right, clear to land, 4676.
So let's see. MAN. Did you? I didn't answer. So I don't know if MAN is flying along today. Yeah, Nick, come on. Man, you guys. So cabin is ready. We'll get the radar on. Predictive winch assistant auto. Config test. Yeah, you see now, you can see the engines are still too cold. So it does take a while, 2 degrees outside temperature, it does take a while to heat up. So I tell you what we'll do, we're going to take full length. I'm going to take out the, I'm going to clear out the shift. The rest we'll leave as is. That means we just have more stop margin, which is fine. So now the first one to the left is going to be Sierra. Oops. Can't see my aircraft. Hang on. And there we are. MAN says, not flying along today, need to work it. Okay, no worries, no worries. Just want to make sure that I don't miss you flying along. So now we can see engine 1, oil temperature is good. We're just waiting for engine... so engine 2, oil pressure is good. We're just waiting for engine 1, oil temperature now.
Continue approach runway 19 right, number 2. India number 2, immediately move out.
So I guess, I mean, you know, that will help people if they can color in the taxi routings. Good, quick recap. So we're going to follow the RNF departure route. 5 Charlie, to the left towards Mazev, first altitude 7,000. In case of engine failure, runway track. Acceleration is in 2,200 feet. And we can fly that to 25 miles. So once we are getting close to the runway, I'll call in that we're ready for departure.
Continue Papa, holding point Bravo 7, runway 19 left. Continue Papa to holding point Bravo 7, runway 19 left.
So we'll put TCAS on already.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, wind 190 degrees, about 5 knots, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, runway 19 left, cleared for takeoff. Line up items. Cabin crew prepare for departure. And line up checklist, take off runway 19 left, full length confirmed. TCAS, TARA, and the packs are now off. Wind is from the front. Oh, that reminds me. It is 3 degrees below, so we need to do an engine shedding. So we're going to have 70% for about 30 seconds. On the brakes.
Idea 3-4 Alpha Alpha, wind 190 degrees, about 5 knots, runway 19 right, clear to land. Land 190 right, you made a 3-4 Alpha.
That looks right. Let's go. Take off. Manflex 73, SOS, runway, auto thrust blue. Thrust set. $100 knots. E1. Rotate. Was right. Gear up. Wing anti-ice on.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, contact Oslo approach 120.50.
Approach 120.450. Finnair 8 for Alpha. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Finnair 888, wind 190.
Thrust climb. Climb. Up blue. Auto thrust. Autopilot on. First turn here. Packs on. Flaps 0. Speed check. Flap 0. Pack 2 on. Oslo departure. Good evening from Finnair 84 Alpha. Passing 3,800. Climbing 7,000.
Finnair 8 Alpha, Oslo approach, good evening, identified, climb to flight level 210, passing 5,000 feet, direct to Massive, no speed restriction.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, climbing level 210, and out of 5,000 to Mazev, and outspeed. Thank you, Finnair 8 for Alpha.
Yeah, thank you. Broke the... was a bit unreadable, the last part. At my end, no speed restriction.
Yeah, Finnair 8 for Alpha, copied, no speed restriction, thank you.
Oslo approach, Finnair 888 with you passing...
So, back to Mazev, own speed. We're out of the clouds, so I'm going to switch wing anti-ice off.
210 and via SID. Compartment 210 via SID, Finnair 888.
MCK, hello. And Daniel, hello to you. How are you doing? Bumpy. Passing transition. Set standard. Standard set. So engine ITIs will go off as well now. So there's no more precipitation, no more humidity. Oh, nice. So one thing I hope they fix is that, so with 12.1, I really hope that they fix the kind of brownish, in general brownish color. That's something I don't like. So passing 10,000. Oh, pitch is a bit high still. Ay, 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 ay. So the NEO with its powerful engines, just like the 319, it can exceed 7 degrees pitch. So you gotta watch that for the cabin crew. So fix info. So we're going to clear the fix info, clear the RATNAV, copy the secondary. Seatbelts are auto or off.
Speedbird 770, vi above out, cleared LS 19 right. Cleared RLS 19 right after Bavard, Speedbird 770. Finner 8 for Alpha, contact Polaris 125 decimal correction. Contact Polaris 121 decimal 550. Bye bye.
121.550. Thank you much. Bye bye. Finnair 8 for Alpha. Oh, engine ITI is on again. It is raining. Polaris, good evening. Finnair 8 for Alpha. Just passing 140, climbing level 210.
Alpha Polaris, hello, and Roger. Climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Finnair 8 for Alpha, thank you. MCK asks, you know if Airbus changed their advice on packs on off for takeoff? Surely you've heard of new fumes incidents with A320 or so. So MCK, I would have to ask someone. I would have to ask someone who still flies the 320s. It could be that that they've changed things. However, the fume incidents. That's a bit bumpy, yeah. Signs on again, ladies and gentlemen. Due to turbulence, take your seats. Fast seatbelts, thank you. So I do know that that the filters in the air conditioning systems, so the HEPA filters, have been improved. So there shouldn't really be any more fume events. And I have to say that the time when our company changed those filters, I never had another fume incident, never ever. So I had about 3 or 4 in my life. On 320.
Passing flight level 190 for flight level 210. Finnair 888 Polaris, hello, Roger, climb flight level 290.
But once they changed the filters, that was no longer an issue.
Finnair 888, turn right heading 128. Correction, turn right heading 125.
So right now that is. I'm trying to fix. So that is explained weather, correct? So we're above 10,000 feet. And active sky weather is active below 10,000 feet, if I remember correctly. Right. Do you know the difference between transponder on and auto in the 320? Yeah. So auto means that you will not be transmitting S data. You'll only transmit altitude data, I think, in auto on the ground. But if you put the switch to on the ground, you will also send ATS data. So things like call sign, heading, altitude, selected altitude, etc., etc. All these values. Okay, cool. I was going to go ahead. I just realized that we are...
48 Alpha, contact Sweden 131.130.
131.310, bye-bye, Finnair 8 for Alpha.
Finnair 888, report speed.
130, sorry. 130.
781. Okay, roger that. Speed 2, fine white.
Skydiamond 718, negative, answer again. Turn right heading 080.
Right heading 080,
so let's have a look. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oscar Uniform Charlie.
That speed, that's typical NEO. The NEO is just so different with the climb and cruise speeds. So cost index 8, I'm going to put this to 30. Because I do want to fly managed speed as much as possible. There we go. So now we have a better value. So I think we're good to release the cabin again and leave the engine anti-ice on a little bit longer. Sweden control, good evening. Finnair 8 for Alpha, passing 227, climbing 290.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, good evening. Sweden control, radar contact, climb to flight level 370.
Climb level 370, Finnair 8 for Alpha, thank you.
Finnair 805.
So we have 370, alt blue, and yeah, that's optimum as well. So that's a good value. Good tailwind. I like it. Airport data.
What was it again?
1014.
1014. Finnair 805 and 2500 feet.
Skydiamond 718, speed 290 knots or greater during climb for spacing.
Skydiamond 718. Hello, Scandinavian 702, passing 4,400, and can we get some direct please, because we might not miss the seat.
Scandinavian 702, fly heading 0.
So engine anti-ice off again.
Climb to flight level 70, geotraffic.
Heading 080 and flight level 70, Scandinavian 702.
Scandinavian 702, speed 260 knots for spacing.
So now it looks fine, right? It's just as soon as the sun goes down a bit more, it just becomes too brownish, in my opinion. But that looks nice.
Information key valid around 70 trackmaster flight number 3 in sequence.
Information key 70 trackmaster woman and
Skydiamond 85 Charlie, descend to 2,500 feet, QNH 1014.
2,500 feet, QNH 1014,
Skydiamond 718, climb to flight level 290, clear direct to Rikum.
Skydiamond 718. Sweden control, Finnair 888, flight level 290.
Finnair 888, good evening, Sweden control, radar contact, climb to flight level 390.
Flight level 390, Finnair 888.
So let's have a look. 270.
Finnair 805, turn left heading 275.
275, Finnair 888.
So someone asked if we could do a hydraulic failure. I think that's definitely on the cards because we can have a little bit of a check to see how the checklists actually work here in the Toliss. So remember, guys, that the green hydraulic system, if we fail that, we're going to have to do manual gear extension. That's one of the things. Also, the flaps will move a bit slower. Oh, sorry, not the slats. Well, it will say slats, flaps will move slower. Yeah, it's going to be slats and flaps moving slower. Correct. So we'll check that that's correctly displayed later on. We'll check the correct, display of the status page, etc.
Transport to Golf, Unicom 122 decimal 8. Unicom 122 decimal 8, for the aircraft. Dinner 805, turn right, heading 275, heading 275. 275. Dinner 805. Postman 4 Victor Alpha, are you on this frequency? Postman 4 Victor Alpha, 46 Postman 4 Victor Alpha, good evening, Sweden Crow, radar contact, climb to flight level 180.
So, and we're just preparing everything for the giveaway. So what we'll do, guys, today we're going to do the giveaways simultaneously on Twitch and on YouTube. You are allowed to take part in both. So if you have an account on Twitch and on YouTube, you can join both giveaways. I don't mind. And we're giving away a free copy each, so one on Twitch and one on YouTube for the Toliss A320NEO. Now, if you don't own the A320NEO, if you already own the A320NEO, then you can choose a different aircraft. That is totally fine. So you can choose between 319, 321 Neo, and you can choose the 340 apparently as well. So.
Nordic 135, good evening, Sweden Crown radar contact, climb to flight level 80, traffic above.
Good, and comfortable with you, Nordic 135.
Nordic 135, flighting 080.
Heading 080, Nordic 135.
So the command will be exclamation mark 320 once I open it. It's not open yet. Preparing something. So once the giveaways are opened, exclamation mark 320 if you want to join and have a chance of winning a copy of the A320NEO, or if you already have that, one of the other Toliss products. So giveaway. So there we go. Giveaways are now open. Exclamation mark 320 to join. Yep, so it's working. I can see that people are joining on Twitch and on YouTube. Fantastic. So that is working. That's very cool. So questions. Can you do an engine stall so we can see the cockpit indications? Well, the problem with the stall is I've tried it in the Phoenix, and the Phoenix doesn't do it. Well, it just does one engine stall quickly, and then it recovers again. So the problem is it doesn't do that very well. So let's have a look here. No, there's no stall, engine stall that you can select, unfortunately. That doesn't work.
Speed 270 knots, steering climb.
Speed 270, near at 702.
Nordic 135, clear direct Rikum, speed 270 knots.
Direct to Rikum, speed 270 knots for Nordic 135.
It's very quiet in the flight, isn't it? Hang on, let me just have a look. Sounds.
Finnair 952, good evening, speeding control, radar contact, aimable flight level 390.
FM 390 is okay, Finnair 952.
Finnair 952, climb to flight level 390.
On flight level 390.
Very nice. So we're also going to talk about
465
pilot incapacitation.
Report assigned Mach number to Helsinki
Is the
Control,
ATC okay? Is it how loud is it, guys? Just let me know because I just want to make sure that I don't have to shout over the controller.
Helsinki Control on 121.3.
It's fine. Okay, cool.
Wings 9212, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descent 4,000, QNH 1014, your wings.
Cool. All right, let's get AirPlay working.
135, climb to flight level 290.
So what made me decide to talk about pilot incapacitation today?
7 Kilo Foxtrot, good evening, Sweden Control radar contact, climb to flight level 180. Flight level 180.
It's actually this incident today. Oh, not today, sorry, from the 15th of March. Here's Alt Star. So on the 15th of March, there was a British Airways Boeing 777 flying from New York, JFK to London Gatwick. British Airways fake news. Lol. And it was en route, flight level 400, over the Atlantic Ocean, about 440 miles east-northeast of St. John's. So you can see that St. John's there, and the aircraft was already here, over the Atlantic. So what happened? The crew declared a medical emergency, reporting one of the flight crew members had become unable to continue their duties. That's a very nice way to describe that situation. The aircraft exited the Oceanic Airways, turned back, descending to flight level 360 and diverted to St. John's for a safe landing on runway 29 about 80 minutes later. Canadian TSB reported at 0442 UTC a flight crew member contacted Gander to declare a medical emergency for a flight crew member who was unable to continue with flight duties. A clearance was requested to divert to St. John's. Gander ASC issued the clearance and the aircraft landed safely at St. John's at 0559 UTC with paramedics standing by. So that is the overall situation. Yeah, negative, right? So you just wait for the situation where the flight attendant comes into the cabin over the PA screaming, "Can anyone fly this aircraft?" Right? And then, yeah, you guys can say, "Me." I can fly it. So, so incapacitation. The thing is, believe it or not, it's so pilot incapacitation actually occurs more frequently than technical emergencies, right? And they occur also in all age groups and during all phases of flight. So it's not just the old captains like me who can suffer an incapacitation. It also happens to young people, right? I've actually had one of my captains on the 747 a long time ago becoming incapacitated. I was very lucky though because it happened right after landing. But I'll tell you the story a little bit later. Now, so incapacitations can come in forms of sudden death, unconsciousness, or subtle, and that means partial loss of mental or physical performance. And subtle incapacitations are the most dangerous, and they occur most often. So a subtle incapacitation can be happening due to fatigue, right? People being really tired. It can also happen, though, because of some personal issues. So let's say, you know, maybe some family member died just a couple of days ago, and suddenly you have kind of, you know, that sadness kicking in, and you kind of in deep thought. That's already a subtle incapacitation in some cases. Why? Because you are either not doing your duties correctly when you're pilot flying, or you're actually not doing your duties correctly regarding pilot monitoring. Well, negative, they declared emergency. I know, they can also declare emergency for cabin crew members. I don't know if that was the case regarding this. I'm not 100% sure at this very case here. I just talked about British Airways. I'm not sure if that's actually a cockpit crew member. That's correct. So maybe it was only maybe it was a cabin crew member. But it was a crew member, okay? And because they declared emergency means it was a very serious case, and so they had to provide medical assistance really quickly, and hence they diverted back to St. John's. No, sorry, no, that came across the wrong way. Not only a no, I didn't mean it that way. That came out the wrong way, but I corrected it immediately. All right. So, mitigations. So how do we mitigate? Oh, actually, before we go to that, let's finish the giveaway. So everyone entered the giveaway. Exclamation mark. A320. Everybody happy? Exclamation mark 320, Tori. Exclamation mark 320. There we go. Hey, Ivor Scotsman, how you doing? Big shout out.
Maintain Mach decimal 80 greater for spacing.
Maintain Mach 0.80 AGN15.
Sweden, hello, Ryanair 4683.
So let's see. Okay, all good. So we're going to close the giveaways.
Good evening, Sweden Command radar contact. Come to flight level 290.
There we go. And we'll start with Twitch. So Twitch. The winner on Twitch, free copy, 320 or any Toliss product, is Krishna. Congratulations.
Decimal 77 for sequencing, Evelyn 375.
Eurowings 8 Quebec Golf, report Mach number.
GG, so Krishna. Can you do me a favor? There we go. Krishna, so
Quebec Golf, maintain Mach decimal 81 or greater for spacing.
let me just have a look. Where is it? There he is.
0.81 for spacing.
Finnair 952, report Mach number.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, Mach number is 0.756.
Oh, sorry, blocked, say again.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, maintaining Mach 0.75.
It was for Finnair 952, report Mach number.
Mach decimal 783, Finnair 952.
Okay, so there we go.
952, maintain Mach
So Krishna, once again, well done.
for spacing.
GG's. Congratulations. And on YouTube, we have the winner,
Finnair 7 Kilo Foxtrot, contact and
Lewis
report
Daniel.
speed.
Hey, Lewis.
Control on
Thank you so much. Well done.
Helsinki, control 12.3 with speed, Finnair 7 Kilo Foxtrot.
Lewis, the same for you, please, on... well, you're on Twitch as well. So, Lewis, can you please whisper me as well your email? That way I can get it to you. Congratulations, guys. Okay, quickly going back to incapacitations, guys. So how do we mitigate the threat, or is there any way we can mitigate threats regarding incapacitation? Apart from, you know, sleeping or sleeping well and taking care of, you know, your body, etc. MCK, it's just there's too much demand and not enough supply regarding seats available. That's why the tickets are so expensive right now.
clear to Oslo Gardermoen, DG 1 Golf departure, 5,000 feet, scope 5404.
Yeah. No, so there are certain things we can do to mitigate the threat regarding incapacitation. Meaning, how can you identify incapacitation more quickly? Yeah. Okay. So different food for pilot and FO. That's already a very good thing. So food poisoning, and definitely an item regarding mitigations of threats regarding incapacitation coming from poisoned food. Okay, Lewis and Krishna, thank you much for your whispers. I got them. I'll get the code after the stream. Very good. Okay, so different pilot meals. Okay, how about? Yeah, MCK. Good point. So you, as a crew member, you should be telling your other crew members if you don't feel well. And I'll give you an example. So my captain on the 747 had an issue. He had actually gallbladder stones. And during the flight, they actually got clogged into the gallbladder tube, connecting the gallbladder to the stomach. And it's really, really painful if that happens. Now, he actually felt he has a lot of pain. Well, Mark, you know that pain, right? Regarding stones. So the captain didn't tell anyone in the crew that he wasn't feeling well. I mean, he didn't have huge pain during the flight, but in the approach, the pain was growing, and then he still landed the aircraft. He was pilot flying, and then as we rolled off the runway, he then told me, and the senior first officer, he told us that he wasn't feeling well, and I looked at the captain, and he was. I've never seen a a person being so pale. He was white. He had literally no blood remaining in his head. He was so pale because of the pain. And so I took over controls. I taxied the 747 to the gate, and then he turned to the senior first officer and said, "Call me an ambulance." And then he started screaming from pain. And I taxied it to the gate. The senior first officer called the medics, and he also made an PA announcement telling everyone to remain seated until the medics were on board. Hey, Terrain. And yeah, he was taken to hospital. So he should have actually told us earlier on that he didn't feel well. So that's one thing to mitigate threats, because that was like 23 years ago, somewhere in that region. A very long time ago. Hey, Captain Mitchell. Very, very long time ago. So, but that's one thing to mitigate the threat of incapacitation. Voice if you feel unwell, and the crew. That's really important. Another thing is standard operating procedures and standard CRM and CCC, so crew coordination callouts.
Contact Helsinki control 121.3.
Finnair 84 Alpha 121.3. Thank you much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Ryanair 2 Whiskey Bravo, report Mach number.
Oh, come on, Terrain Ahead. You've been following my streams for so long. Surely you know that I'm not 30 anymore, Christ. I'm retiring next year. Oh my God. You're pulling my leg now, I think. Helsinki, good evening from Finnair 84 Alpha, level 370.
Finnair 84 Alpha, Helsinki control, hello, radar contact.
Thank you. So, yeah. So we want to do standard operating procedures, meaning if the other pilot deviates from normal procedures, we would already maybe notice and say, hey, you're all right. You know, you feeling well? Because, you know, you're kind of acting weird, or, you know, you're pressing the wrong buttons. Oh, you got me mixed up with someone else. Thank you. And declined. Thank you, Voyager. Another thing is call-outs. So if the pilot becoming slowly, you know, subtle, or having a subtle incapacitation, he may have difficulty flying on speed, or, you know, maintaining vertical and lateral tracks. So the other pilot should do the call-outs, and then see how the other pilot responds. Now, the idea, for example, when you take off, the 80 call-out or the 100 call-out, depending on the aircraft, is actually also there, not only to check the speed indications, but also to check if the other if the other pilot is still, you know, or is not incapacitated. So that's for the takeoff. For landing, we have the minimum call, and then you have the call continue or land, whatever the procedure is. So that's also very important. That's a bit weird. As a standard operating procedure call-out. So if that call-out doesn't come, then the other pilot would call out again, and then maybe take off the aircraft. Airbus for the win. Okay. But he isn't 30 either. I think Katie pilot is 30. What was that? No. Cool. Yeah, so that's the thing regarding pilot incapacitation. If that happens, what actions do we take? First of all, fly the aircraft, right? Make sure the aircraft is under good control in a safe flight path over safe, you know, minimum clearance. Then use the autopilot, reduce the workload, and reorganize the cockpit workload as much as possible initially. Right. Then declare emergency, obviously. Take care of the crew member, meaning either have him removed by other crew members from the flight deck, or have him strapped in to the seat. So get the shoulder harnesses on and lock the shoulder harness so he can't fall forward. So that will depend on how much time you have remaining. You know, if it's like on final, I wouldn't delay the landing to get the pilot out of the chair, because that's difficult to do. So very often it will be easier to simply just strap that person in, and land as quickly as possible. Oh, really? MCK, would you have a link for that? Yeah, so of course you would inform ATC, cabin crew, and then the passengers, in that order. How do we? What's a good reminder for the order of priority? ATC. Then you have cabin, and then PA. So, ATC, cabin, PA. Thank you much, MCK, for the... So guys, if you want to watch that video that MCK has just referred to, here's the link also on YouTube. That's a really, really cool link. Thank you much for that. Very good. Then what you can do, last thing you can do, you can try to find someone that is flying along who maybe is a rated pilot. It doesn't really need to be rated on the A320 in this case, for example, today. That person can be rated on, you know, 777, whatever. I mean, he could take over ATC communications, for example. Right, and then he can take over, you know, some pilot monitoring duties. And also, it doesn't have to be necessarily from the same airline, but of course, you would have to need to see his ID and his pilot license. So, you know, having someone getting access to the flight deck, you want to make sure that everything's correct. No, PPL would not be allowed, boys. No, at least I wouldn't. So I'm nothing against people with PPL, but no. IFR rated, yes. Just PPL, no. CPL, yes. Because then I know that person will be able to do checklists, will be able to do, well, I mean, PPL, people can do also checklists, but for CPL, I know they have, IFR procedures, they know how to communicate. Exactly, MCK, that's exactly my feeling. ATC controller, mathematics would be a possibility, yes. If that controller can actually, ID him or herself, I would probably consider that, yes. Terrain ahead, you have to realize this is a very dynamic and very emotional situation, and what you don't want is have someone in the flight deck that is just so overwhelmed that that person becomes more an issue than he can, or she can actually help. So I would then, in this case, I may have a flight attendant. If we have enough flight attendants, then I may have a flight attendant in the flight deck here. Because they are quite often they are trained in reading checklists. So if that's the case, you could consider that as well. Yeah, flight sim is a no-go, I agree. No, so if my first officer says, "Hey, I'm so tired," then I will say, "Hey, take a nap. Take a 15-minute nap." Or maybe 2 or 3 15-minute naps. But only 15 minutes, so that you don't get to deep sleep, and see if that helps. But you wouldn't declare emergency in that case. You only declare emergency if you really need immediate help. Then you would declare emergency. Good, let's prepare for the approach. I know it's an interesting topic, isn't it? So, destination ATIS. Sprint.
Flight level 200.
When ready to flight level 200, Lufthansa 47 Golf.
Wings 23, Papa, expect 80 must touchdown after devam, runway 22 right. When ready, descend to flight level 100.
I've got to descend. Let me just first ask for descent.
When ready, descend flight level 100, Wings 23, Papa.
You need a little hobby then. Finnair 84 Alpha, request descent.
Finnair 84 Alpha, descend to flight level 100, cleared Lockwood 5, Victor arrival, runway 22 right.
Finnair 84 Alpha, descent level 100, cleared the Lockwood 5 Victor arrival into Helsinki. Thank you.
Nordic 135, contact Helsinki radar 119.1.
So Lockwood 5 Victor is inserted, level 100, out blue, thrust idle descent. British Airways simmers would be permitted. Okay. Did I miss something here? Anyways, let's get the data inserted here. So we have currently runway 22 right. Arrival. That is inserted. We are descending. And we have currently runway wet. Snowbanks left, 27 meters right, 27. I doubt that's simulated here. 065 is the transition level. Low-vis operations in... Look at that. Cat 3 procedures. We're seeing that. Cat 3 procedures in use. Can't read the rest, so let me go pull up that message here. Exciting. We have Cat 3 in use. So, guys, we can't do the hydraulic failure because that would only limit us to... I think it limits us to Cat 1. Although I would have to check the... Actually, hang on, hold on. No, that's Cat 3. MCK, that's Cat 3 single, isn't it? green hydraulic? Or is it cat? Does it say cat 2? Cat? Oh, I can't remember. Could you do me a favor, MCK? Could you have a quick check, please? So we have low-vis Cat 3 approaches are available. So 200 at 5. RVR values later. We got broken 200, overcast 300, temperature 1. And QH 1013. Becoming 1200 meters. 1013. Exciting stuff.
Lufthansa 47 Golf, contact Sweden Control 131.130.
131.130, Lufthansa 47 Golf, thank you, bye-bye.
Helsinki Control, looking at the U-Wings 8 for Big
Engine anti-ice coming on, wing anti-ice as well.
Alami and Mach number 0.81. Airwings 8, Quebec Golf, Helsinki Control, radar contact, and you check out a restriction from Sweden.
Yeah, I know sound pack. I don't have the sound pack here, I'm afraid. No, I don't have it, no.
Roger, thank you. 7 Kilo Foxtrot, contact Helsinki radar 119.1. 119.1, that's 7 Kilo Foxtrot. Red nose 8565, contact Sweden Control 131.130. 131.130, red nose 8565, good evening.
Just let me see. I'm going to try and find my OMB, my old OMB. So let me just find green hydraulic failure. Hold on. Abnormal procedures, hydraulics, green system.
Sierra 888, clear at Lockout 5 Victor, arrival runway 22 right, when ready descent to flight level 100.
Low level. So in-up systems for the NEOs. Let me just have a look. NEOs. Well, it doesn't matter. Cat 3 dual. Yeah, it only says Cat 3 dual, meaning we should be able to do a Cat 3 single.
Helsinki Control, good evening, Skyrope 684, flight level 370.
Skyrope 684, Helsinki Control, radar contact.
Let me just check the approach charts for Helsinki. Just make sure that we have Cat 3 obviously available. So Cat 3 Alpha, we could do 50 200 in that case. Exactly. So only when you have dual hydraulic failure, then you have to do a Cat 1. Yeah, exactly. Okay, interesting. It's amazing, isn't it? So you have a hydraulic failure, and then you would still be able to do a Cat 3. Single landing.
060, right effect as file as approach runway 20.
Writing 060 and expect correction, expect Helsinki approach runway 22 right and now turning right 060, Eurowings 23 Papa.
Eurowings 23 Papa, negative, proceed direct NIPIP and leave DBOM heading to 06.
So the ILS approach would be radar vectors later on. So it's going to get a little bit hectic in a moment. There's the ILS 2 to right. So we have the arrival routing.
Negative, so now proceed direct NIPIP November India Papa India Bravo
That was the Lackwood 5 Victor. So Lackwood, arrival routing, and then radar vectors past Millie for the ILS. Approach 2 to right. Cat 3 initially, so if we do a Cat 3 dual, then we would have a 0, so no decision height, 75 meter minimum RVR. Oh, there we go. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hydraulic green reservoir low level. PTU off. So ECAM actions. Fault light confirmed. PTU off. That will avoid any issues transferring to the yellow system. Then green reservoir low level means green engine 1 pump off. It is off. Clear hydraulic. Then we've got green engine 1 pump low pressure, confirmed. Green hydraulic, clear hydraulic. And now we have hydraulic, green system low pressure, confirmed. Clear hydraulic. Flag controls, so spoilers 1 and 5 pairs are in up. We have some actuators in up for the ailerons, elevators, rudder. Otherwise, looking good. Clear flight controls. Wheel. Anti-skid is in up. Normal brake is in up. So auto brake in up as well. So we have yellow auto brake with and on top of that accumulated pressure available as well. But no anti-skid. That is definitely going to increase the landing distance. Clear wheel status. Stop ECAM. Anything we can do to improve the situation? Well, I mean, reset isn't possible. What? 2? No, it wasn't at 5? Don't scare me like that. No, it's 5. I mean, it's not snowing, so it won't, and it's not raining hard, so I think. Wet, anti-ice, engine wing, landing weight, 64. 64 tons. I'm going to go with config 3. Although, hang on, we're going to check that in a minute. So, there's no things we can do regarding improving our situation. No resets. Continue ECAM status. We have approach procedure, hydraulic low pressure. That's new, isn't it? I've never seen that before. Landing gear, we have gravity gear extension as expected. So landing distance procedure apply, okay, because of the anti-skid and reverser 1 in up, and some spoilers in up. Slats flap slow. And we have Cat 3 single only. So that means 50 feet. Decision height, so radio 50. And we need 200 meters. Oh. Well, we're going to go maybe config full because of the landing distance procedure. Good. So in up systems we have green hydraulic, spoiler pair 1 and 5, Cat 3 duals in up, normal brake. 119.1, thank you. Finnair 8 for Alpha. 1191 is there, and we have information. Hey Alex, how you doing? Lima. So guys, do we declare emergency or not? MCK, no, they won't do that today. No. It's +1. No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's not a situation that has us in grave and imminent danger. Yeah, we can still vacate the runway. We still have nozzle steering. Green hydraulic pressure.
heading 020.
So let's have a look.
Heading 020 uniform 213.
We can't set in failures in here for landing, can we?
0 uniform 213 speed 230 knots.
So manual reverser off.
Speed 230
Compute.
knots, uniform 213.
I mean, we have. Yeah, we have so much. We're only 3,000 meters available. Green hydraulic, I would estimate the LAPA would tell us, so our calculator would tell us probably 2,300 meters.
Showing you are flying heading
Hey, Taylor West.
5.
Taylor West, what would you guess? Runway wet, green hydraulic, NEO, 64 tons. 2.3 kilometers required.
Airline 88 Bravo Helsinki Red. Nordic 031 Helsinki arrival 119.9 call sign only.
Helsinki, driver a bit call sign only for Nordic 001.
Airline 16 Alpha, fly direct Romo.
2,000 max because of max manual braking, yeah. Yeah, sounds logical, yeah. Yeah, so about 2,000 meters then.
Right now heading 040.
040 turning right here.
Well, Pan, I don't know.
Airline 88
I'm
Bravo
just going to do a
Helsinki
call
Red.
here. So I'm not so sure regarding Pan because
Helsinki departure.
do we really need emergency services?
Flight level 2000 for 4000 heading 150.
Jersey 88 Bravo, sorry, my bad. Radar contact, turn left heading 060, climb flight level 280.
Left heading 040, I think you said. Climb maintain 380. Jersey 88 Bravo.
60 and 280.
080, sorry.
And confirm 280.
So we have 2,000 meters. So normal brakes in up, auto brake in up, landing gear tractors in up, and reverser 1. So the only issue we have, approach, good evening from Finnair 84 Alpha 1260, descending 100, information Lima.
Finnair 84 Alpha, Helsinki radar, radar contact, speed 250 knots and descent 5,000 feet, units 1013.
Speed back 250, descent 5,000, Kinch 1013, Finnair 84 Alpha. So we have 5,000. Kinch 1013 is set. So procedure completed, remove status, ECAM actions completed. Yeah, so again, I would not, personally, I would not.
Jersey 88 Bravo.
I would not request emergency services, if I'm absolutely honest.
060 and climb flight level 280.
280, flight level, turn left heading 060.
Yeah, we still have steering.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
The only thing
Can
really
new subscribers
you
please
would
make
have
your
to
way
tell the
first class
controller
cabin, where
is
complimentary
that
drinks, snacks,
you
and
would
premium
appreciate
flight
longer
entertainment
radar
will be
vectors
served. Thank you.
to adapt for the
Good
the
evening,
slats,
BB and
flaps slow.
community.
Although
Hope you are all well. Smile.
my experience, so my experience with that is that it doesn't take that much longer. The landing gear extension also doesn't really take that much longer. You can actually do some good, energy management, speed management, and then have that ready. Captain Kojak, thank you so much for the 14 months. I'm doing well. How are you?
Romop, sorry, for Jersey 88 Bravo.
Finnair 441, contact Helsinki control 127.1. Bye-bye.
127.1 for Helsinki for Finnair 441. Thanks, have a good weekend.
Likewise.
Another thing you would have to consider, cabin preparations, yes or no. Again, since we don't declare emergency, we expect to have normal procedure regarding, vacating runway, etc. The only thing that I would not do, and another thing I would tell ATC is that we may still be leaking hydraulic fluid. So I would vacate the runway, and I would then stop someone at a taxiway and have someone check if we're still leaking hydraulic fluid. It's somewhat unlikely because everything is already leaked out. However, you never know. There may still be something dripping out somewhere.
Flight level 267, descending flight level 100, inbound D1.
You never know. But I would have that checked. Otherwise, yeah.
Golf, Helsinki radar, radar contact, leave D1 heading 060, Victor's for Isles approach, runway 22 right.
Quebec Golf, leave D1 at 060 heading, and expect the Isles approach runway 22 right.
Jersey 88, Bravo confirm flying direct Romop, Rome, Oscar, Mike, Oscar, Papa.
Cool. Now, again, for the Cat 3 dual.
I'm going to have to disconnect. I'm sorry. I've got a problem with my flight plan.
Okay. 08513, descent to 5000 feet, Kenneth 1013, fly heading 040.
Yeah, so let's brief first of all the normal approach. So we're going to have Cat 3 single only, meaning one autopilot system. That's why we have 50 feet radio height.
Speed 210.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, speed 210.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, contact Helsinki arrival 119.9.
99, thank you much, Finnair 8 for Alpha.
Descent to 5.
Is that director already? Let me just check. Helsinki radar approach. Good evening from Finnair 8 for Alpha, 7,000 to 75,000.
Hello, Finnair 8 for
Oh, Carlson only.
Arrival, after milli, direct Mehak, speed 190.
Speed 2, speed back coming 190 after milli, direct to Perhol, Finnair 8 for Alpha.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, confirm after milli, direct Mehak.
Oh, sorry, so after milli to Mehak. Thank you much, Finnair 8 for Alpha. Right, speed brakes out. Let's reduce, really slowly reducing here.
Helsinki arrival, good evening, Sierra Uniform 213 Heavy. I'm vectoring heading 040 and altitude 5000.
Flaps 1.
Sierra from 213, speed 180, descent 2000.
So yeah, our second pilot would really help here.
0 knots, Sierra Uniform 213.
And descent 2000 feet.
Yeah, we need to do this in shared flight.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, descent 2000 feet, by Mehak, let Iris approach runway 22 right.
Finnair 8 for Alpha, descent 2000 via Merck, Lidiales 22 right.
Sierra Uniform 213, start your descent, turn left heading 300.
At descent, heading...
Flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2.
Heading 300.
190 knots.
Heading 300, Sierra Uniform 23.
So 50 feet we said, and then missed approach will go straight ahead, although right turn 265 heading. So how many miles do we have? We've got 13 miles. We're a bit high as well. So normally, I just don't want to get them having to look after me here when it's really busy. So let me just do the manual gear extension here. So we got 2,000 feet. Thrust idle percent, alt blue, 2,000. Quick descend.
Sierra from 213, turn left heading 260, speed 180.
So gear lever is coming down.
Left heading
3 green.
260, Sierra Uniform 23.
Flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3. And we're clear for the approach. Recheck the status. Increase fuel consumption. Rest is the same. Remove status. Cool. Let's pre-dial the tower. The tower is 1885, I think. East Yeah, 1885.
Finnair 84 Alpha, speed 180 knots on greater until 6.
180 or more until 6. Finnair 84. So 1,000 feet to go. Recover that quite nicely. Glide slope, lock blue, lock star. Is checked.
2000 speed 180
I'm busy, man. I'm so busy right now. Good. So gear doors, as you can see, they remain open because the green hydraulic is missing, so you can't raise the gear doors anymore. That creates a lot more drag. So the fuel consumption is increased, obviously. 2.7 tons, though. Now we are committed to Helsinki. Again, usually, if you had that kind of issue, you would do some different crew coordination, and you would do your four-deck model, or whatever decision model you have. You would make sure that you have a good plan B, because flying to an airport with hydraulic failure that has Cat 3 operation is not really the best idea. All right. So here comes 6 miles. 118.850 by Finnair 855. Good. So I'm sure you all know flaps full, speed check, flaps full. What modes we're going to expect? So I don't have the time right now to go through all of that, but we'll do an automatic landing. Going to monitor all the modes regarding flare, retard, etc., etc. And missed approach climb heights, so 265 and climbing 2000. Missed approach altitude is set. Helsinki Tower. Good evening, Finnair 84 Alpha on the ILS 2 to right.
Finnair 84 Alpha, Helsinki Tower, wind 220 degrees, 4 knots, runway 2 to right, clear to land.
2 to right, clear to land. Do you have RVR values for us, Finnair 84 Alpha?
84 Alpha, stand by.
So, regarding checklists, so bow ref was set, 1013. Seatbelts are on, minimum set, auto brake is in off. Engine mode selector is
first part
normal.
2100, second part 1900, and third part 2000.
Okay, that's copied. Thank you much, Finnair 84 Alpha. So pretty much 1500 meters, 2000 meters. So yeah, we have Cat 3 single, all good. And the landing checklist, ECMO landing, no blue. Good, so we try idle reverse, manual braking. All right, we already have the runway inside, although you never know. Maybe we're going to dip in and lose visual contact again. We shall see. But right now, we just leave everything as is. Theoretically, we could continue manually now. But I'm just a bit kind of worried that we're going to lose visual contact, and then we'll have to go around. Land. So 400 feet land is now showing. That's what it should do. And I want to see how the Toliss does the auto land, if I'm absolutely honest. Let's see how it works. Wind at 4 knots from the front left side. So right now doing it very nicely.
100 above.
So we do have a minimum at 50 feet.
50. Minimum.
Continue.
40, 30, 20, 10. Retard. 5.
Wow. That was a good recovery by the autopilot. Jesus. Autopilot is off. Can't even activate the reverse right now. So I'll reverse. Manual braking. Yeah, I can see everything's fine. 60 knots. I thought we were going to slam this thing really bad. But best landing rate. Did you see how hard it pulled? That was very impressive. GG's Toliss.
Carrying from 213, request landing, 2 to right.
2 to 213,
Nice.
stand by, I'm starting at the runway.
2 to right. 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 2 to right.
So we go past the Cat 2-3 holding line there, and then report runway clear. So he's got radar. He can see that as well. So we don't have to call in.
Finnair 84 Alpha, welcome to Helsinki. Taxi to Holly Point, Papa Sierra, and contact tower 118.6.
We'll contact holding point Papa Sierra, and we'll contact 18.6. Thank you much, Finnair 84 Alpha. So here's actually a chart. So Papa Sierra holding is there. We actually have a low-vis chart. Interesting. In reality, the radar is advisory only. It cannot be used for controlling. Really? Yeah, that was a 6G pull flare. Yeah, I agree. I was actually, in real life, I was clenching my butt cheeks because I thought we're going to slam so hard. Oh my god. Yeah, so I mean, everything went a bit quick here. So it's not really, and it's such a good demonstration regarding green hydraulic failure. So I'm hoping, once shared flight is released, I'm hoping to do this with a brave community member doing a shared flight with a failure. That way you can actually demonstrate the whole procedure a lot better. You know, workload distribution and so on. Helsinki Tower, hello. Finnair 84 Alpha is approaching Cat 3 holding point Papa Sierra.
Finnair 84 Alpha, Helsinki Tower, hello. Via Papa Sierra, cross runway 22 left and taxi to Holly Point Zulu 8.
We are cleared across 22 left via Papa Sierra and then via Zulu. Okay, say again after that.
Holding point Zulu 8.
Holding point Zulu 8 is copied. Thank you much. Right, there it is. So, cleared across. Left side clear. Right side clear. Strobes are on. Zulu 8 holding point.
Skydive 156 when airborne, contact radar 119.1 and wind 220 degrees 4 knots, runway 15 clear for takeoff, bye.
When airborne, contact 119.1, clear for takeoff 15, Skydive 156.
Ooh, look at that. 787.
Sierra Uniform 213, Helsinki Tower, good evening.
Let's see the after landings.
Taxi to holding point Papa Sierra, runway 22 left. Sierra Uniform 213, Helsinki Tower, hello.
Less than 50 or 60 meters visibility. Switch off the engine anti-ice. Strobes can go auto again. And then we'll hold
Alpha, contact ground 121.8, bye-bye.
128. Thank you, Finnair 84 Alpha. Mark has already said he has no time at the moment, but I mean he has a valid excuse, so.
Nordic 702.
I'm just wondering, did the autopilot notice the descent rate was so high, and then that way it pulled back so hard? Or, there's Zulu 8, we'll hold here, or is that standard Toliss autoland? That's a question I would like to know, or answer I'd like to know.
17, it is, yeah, there is one departing traffic ahead of you. And 17 is the standard.
Helsinki ground, good evening, Finnair 84 Alpha holding Zulu 8.
Finnair 84 Alpha, Helsinki ground, hello, taxi flight Zulu and Victor, Golf stand 28, correction 30.
We cleared via Zulu. Confirm Victor Golf and then do you stand 30?
Zulu Victor Golf 30.
Yeah, Zulu Victor Golf 30. Thank you, Finner 84 Alpha. I was so concentrating on getting
031,
the pen to work
way to
so that we can
from your
taxi.
right to the left.
We'll go and give a for the traffic from right.
Oh yes, that's a good idea, Andre. Yeah, we have
330 uniform contact.
we have replay.
118.6.
That's a good idea. So after landing checklist, radar predictor winch system is off after landing checklist completes.
Chinix, 4 Tango Charlie.
Better watch out where you put the pen. Yeah, amen.
Facing northwest, QNH 1013.
Ah, the Bico! Hola, señor. ¿Cómo estás? Nice to see you. I mean, the weather is actually simulated quite nicely now. 2 kilometers, a bit hazy. And as always, the lighting looks very nice. Victor Golf, we enter.
Chinix, 4 Tango Charlie.
Ah, the Bico, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I've been cycling, or indoor cycling, yesterday and today. Just want to say that.
Ground point 2001, I sent the plan. Can you confirm if you received it? Boy 2001, after cleared to destination asphalt runway 15, table 3, correction. After departure fly heading 150, climb 4,000 feet and squawk 2206.
Is anyone else using this new feature regarding the drawing tool?
Clear to destination as file, runway use 15, after takeoff heading 150.
Does that really help you guys?
Squawk 2206 for 2001. Point 2201, 2001 clearance, correct.
So Victor Golf, next right, and 30 is a little bit to the left. Peter says he hasn't tried yet, okay. It does help for star and approach, circling. Support. Okay, so you mean like highlighting or kind of, you know, circling the important information. So there's 30 APU. Start. Come on. That takes a long time. All right, 30. Helsinki Airport. Welcome. Let's see if the docking system works. It should. Famous last words. Nope.
Helsinki ground, good evening, Sierra Uniform 213 on the holding point Zulu 8.
Sierra Uniform 213, Helsinki ground below, taxi to Whiskey 48.
So wait for the APU to be available.
Taxi to Whiskey 48.
Ground, good evening, Zulu 8.
There it is.
Zulu 8. Airings, Zulu 3 Papa, taxi to stand Whiskey 34, Whiskey 34. Roger, stand Whiskey 4.
So disconnected from VATSIM. Before I forget, let's have a look at the replay, shall we? So let's go flight developer plugin. No, where is it? Developer? No, flight toggle replay mode. There we go. So there we go. So
Good night, black box.
MAN, good night to you. Take care. Right, there we go. So let's play. Oh, hang on. No, hang on. That's the wrong runway. Hold on. Lol. Isn't that shift 3? What? Hang on. What's... I forgot what command that was. Hang on. What's shift 3? Oh, there we go. Now, yeah, it is shift 3. It's just had the wrong... All right, let's have a look here. That was a good landing. Well, it was a weird landing. Let's see if the replay shows that. Whoa, look at that pull. and then it greased it. 100 replays incoming. You got it. 100%. Yeah, the autopilot. Well, I mean, the landing rate speaks for itself, right? Right, let's do one more from the flight deck.
above.
Yeah, exactly. That's because of the green hydraulic system, Dark Eye. Yeah. So you need green hydraulic system pressure to raise the landing gears again, the landing doors.
40, 30, 20, 10, retard.
Didn't look that drastic this time on the replay. Yeah, really greased it. The thing is, so my impression was, as we were coming down, I mean, the center rate was fairly high, wasn't it?
Retard. 40. 50. Minimum. 40, 30, 20, 10. Retard. 5.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very high pitch, yeah. Right. Anyways, GG's. It did its job, didn't it? I mean, worked as intended. Flight. There you go. Back at the... Right, let's have a look at the rest of the items here. So that's all done.
Hello, Black.
Hey,
Box.
Reynolds. And we're right on time today, Reynolds. I'm so proud of myself.
Good night, Black Box.
We'll have the parking checklist, parking brakes or shock, park brakes set, engines off, wing lights off, fuel pumps off, parking checklist complete. MCK, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for all the help, as always. Take care. Right, congratulations again to Krishna and to Lewis Daniel, who won a copy each of the Toliss, either 320 or if you already have that, they promised you can choose a different Toliss add-on as well. So there we have it. Cool. So, green hydraulic failure, yeah, it worked all right. I didn't see any bigger issues, apart from just me not having enough time and kind of stressing myself unnecessarily. So don't take this as a reference regarding real-world flying, guys. In the real world, so in reality, we would approach this kind of failure a lot more, a lot differently. Meaning, we would go through the checklist procedure first of all, and then we go through our fact-finding, decision-making model, etc. Mitigating risks for the landing, etc. Prepare the cabin if necessary. Do all the briefings. We wouldn't pressure ourselves to do the approach that quickly. Sure, we would talk about the remaining fuel. So how much fuel we can actually use before starting the approach. But that then depends on as well regarding, which airport would you choose with that failure and with the weather conditions that are prevailing. And I can only stress that if you have enough fuel to reach another airport, before starting the approach and before lowering the landing gear, that has less riskier weather, then you would probably, fly to the other airport. But sometimes situation is such that you are forced, literally, you do not have any other options. So in this case, you would have to land, let's say you have to land at Helsinki. Then, of course, the system, or the way the systems are built, I find it quite fascinating that even if you lose such a big system, like the hydraulic green system, it still allows you to fly an autoland. I mean, it has higher minimums, so 50 feet decision height, and it requires at least 200 meters RVR. But still, the aircraft will still do a, completely normal autoland. So that's impressive. Anyways, before my voice fails completely, let me say a big shout out, big thank you to all of the resubs, guys. I can't thank you all enough. We are getting close now to 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. So quite a big milestone, really. And I hope I say it often enough, and I thank you all often enough. Because, yeah, the whole thing regarding streaming, the interactions with all of the viewers, so many people here that have been following me for such a long time. That is special to me. I hope that that comes across. So big thank you once again. My dear moderators, same for you guys. You've been following along my journey here for the last almost 8 years now. So also a huge thank you for all the help, the friendship, and I wouldn't be here, and it wouldn't have been so successful if it weren't for all of you guys. Thank you very much, everyone. And if you like, we're going to be back in about 20 minutes on a second flight. We're going to use the PMG 777. No, not the 777. 737. So before any rumors come up, no. So PMG 737 on our one engine out Colombia tour. Thank you very much. And take care, everyone. Maybe see you in a few minutes. If not, see you on Sunday. Take care.